Alright guys, I have been requested to see all my equipment that I use when I do my live streams and my videos. So this is going to be a quick little show of the stuff I have and where it's located and all that kind of good stuff. Anyhow, what I'm using right now is my JVC Evero camera. It's the very first camera that I had 8-9 years ago. My daughter got it for me for a Christmas gift. But anyhow, let's turn this camera around and see what's going on, so we'll be right back. This Vinny Vid production brought to you by Yankee Dabbler. For all your model railroad needs, check out Yankee Dabbler. Don't forget, 7% discount with BNSF 6951. And by Highways and Byways, awesome street graphics for your roads and streets on your model railroad layout. If you guys are looking for sophisticated model railroad electronics, Logic Rail Technologies has what you need. For a 5% discount on certain items, use code BNSF6951. Alright guys, as we walk in to this area from my living room, this used to be my dining area. And if there was a Mrs. Vinny, this definitely would not be happening. Anyhow, as we carry on, you can see my space right there. This space is between my kitchen and the dining area. It just happens to be wide enough between the windows for me to do my recordings and stuff, my green screen, and then below that you can see the blue screen. All I have to do is lift the green up and I have a blue. I have a 4-light system, as you can see right there. And then we will, walk down here. This is a 2-foot by 4-foot folding table that everything is on. I have a couple of different size tripods right there. And we'll walk around a little further. Everything is tight in here, so you got to be careful how you walk around. Anyhow, I got this little table that's behind me that I could put stuff on. You guys see me turn around and stuff like that. That's what I'm going for, is that little table right there. And then on this side here is my work area slash desk area, if you want to call it that. As you can see right there, I got a snowball ice. Great little tripod right there. I love that little tripod. Lavalier microphone. And then that is a Panasonic Lumix camera. Again, that was another gift from my daughter many, many years ago. Still takes great pictures. Then we have up here is my Blue Yeti with a screen P-pop stopper. And then my main camera is a Canon Vixia. I bought that camera about 2.5 years ago. Great little camera, 1080, all that kind of good stuff. It's got a microphone input. Also down here, this little guy right here is a video capture card, and so is that guy back there. I also have 2 of those and 2 of those. My clock, my little ding ding bell right there. Mouse, and then this is a gamer's laptop, so it's got plenty of speed, plenty of memory, and all that kind of good stuff. Works great. I love it. Thank you for the gift, Roy and whoever else was in on that. Sorry about that. Now this here is my Panasonic HC V800. And on top is a Tascam shotgun microphone. Again, another little tripod right there. I usually take this camera into the other rooms and do my recordings with it. Anyhow, another light right there. And another light right there, and you can see how close my kitchen is right there. Sorry for the mess, fellas, but this was an impromptu video. That area back there is also a work area of mine. As you can see, I have pretty much all my evergreen stuff up there for my scratch bills. Pringle cans make great storage places for styrene strips. All my different spray paints up there. And This used to be a great work area until I started using it as a collect-all space. Anyhow, I just wanted to give you guys an overall view of what's going on here, how I do my stuff, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So let's see what else we can get into. Be back in a little bit. Sorry guys, one other piece of equipment I forgot to mention is this guy right here. This is a great little piece of equipment to have. It's a USB hub that has on and off switches, so I could turn any one of my deals on or off as I want. I have one for my new speaker. Actually, I forgot to show you that. I just bought that speaker right there. And I also bought this Tascam headphone set. Anyhow, that's about all I have to say for now. Let me see if I can back out of this for a minute. Hold on, guys. And as my screensaver, what'd you think it was going to be? Anyhow, talk to you guys later. I did it again, guys. I hit the wrong button and went live instead of doing the recording. Anyhow, what I was going to say in this video that got into my live stream just a few minutes ago is that all the stuff I just showed you guys is because of you guys. My super chats and my super stickers on my Friday night live streams, and also the super chats and super stickers on my premiere videos. Anyhow, I also have another request, and I have a bunch of new subscribers that have asked me to see an overview of my layout. So with that being said, stay tuned. I'm going to go ahead and bring one of my cameras in there, and we'll start doing an overview of the layout. So with all that being said, I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm going to give you a tour of my layout, but I'm going to warn you right now, it is in total disarray. So if you can overlook the chaos that's going on, you'll get to see what my layout looks like from where it starts to where it ends. This is a 2-room layout. Room number 1 is where everything starts, and room number 1 is where everything ends. So with that being said, let me turn the camera around and we'll get going with this. Be right back. Alright guys, what you're looking at now before we enter the chain room, this is just outside chain room number 1. Way back in the day, about 5 years ago, I found it very hard to continue to build my layout. And so I had lots and lots of donations to help me build my second level on my layout. And because of that, Roy Hardwick had this plaque made up with all the people's names on it that helped me. Also up on the top you can see that I hit 3,000 subs in August of 2018, and I hit 3,500 subs on 9 of 19. Anyhow, let's go ahead into the room and see what's going on in there. Be right back. Alright guys, we're going to enter into chain room number 1, and this is where everything starts and everything finishes. This is Mo-Best Yard, downtown Phoenix, Arizona. Of course I couldn't do it exactly the way it is there. This layout is very compressed. Alright, so all the structures that you will see in this video, or 95% of them anyhow, have been scratch built by me. That is the structures I just finished. That's sand plumbing. This here is a heavy truck repair and heavy equipment leasing facility. This is Smith Pipe and Steel, very big complex. They used to get rail service. They do not get rail service anymore, but on my layout they will get rail service. And the same thing applies for sand plumbing. As we move further down, that would be the I-10 freeway, and the structure right next to that is 2N plumbing supplies, I think is what it's called. Anyhow, Roy Hardwick. Oh, speaking of Roy, there's Roy. Hey Roy, what's going on? And look at that, Jerry's right behind him. Holy mackerel. Alright guys, so anyhow, Roy Hardwick delivers to that place, and anytime he delivers to that place, he's here at my house visiting. And that's cool. I like it. Alright, so we'll move across the yard to this side right now, and we'll go into the engine facility, and that is the yard office. And you can see it says on there BNSF Mobile Yard. And I got some peoples on there and some trucks and all kinds of good stuff. Anyhow, here's my engine facility right there. And yes, I do have foreign power. As you can see, I got a Conrail and I got a CSX and I got a Norfolk Southern. Actually a CP Rail also. And when we get to the other side of the layout, I'll show you some more. Anyhow, this is a prototypical place. It does not look like this, but it is a prototypical place, and SMG stands for Salt River Mining Group. They have several plants around town. This is one of their small. This is just like a bulk delivery system, but they have other plants here in town. Now, the cars, as you can see, a couple of them are marked as Drake. And those were done by Roy Hardwick. And Roy Hardwick also gave me that little switcher. And Ryan Adams, Vermont Rail fan, did the decals, the numbering, and also put a full lock sound board in there. Yeah, so that's a pretty cool little locomotive right there. Anyhow, we'll move on. And this is the depot that's downtown. John Tanzillo did this for me also. It's not in the prototypical place, but I wanted it because I like the building, I like the arches and all that kind of stuff that's on this building. And like I said, it's not in a normal place. I do have an Amtrak, and I do run that on occasion. Now we move down here, and this is Paramount Petroleum, or it used to be Paramount Petroleum. It is no longer Paramount Petroleum. It's an asphalt place now. I don't know the name of it, and I'm not going to change the name of it because I don't want to have any more decals made up. Anyhow, they get rail service, as you can see right there, and they also get truck service. This road that's directly in front of us here is called McDowell Road. This road that's back here is North 19th Avenue, and the road that's right there is US 60 or Grand Avenue. So now, when we cross over McDowell Road, we have Mariani sugar processing is what I should say. They get tankers and hoppers 6 days a week. I had a tour there on the outside. They wouldn't let me in the building, but I did have a tour in there, and I did bring this model with me when I went down there. And those guys were like, whoa, really? Anyhow, I had not done any switching in this room yet. I need to get on that and get it done. Anyhow, a little further down the street, this is another prototypical place. Was called Western Refining. Now it is called I don't know what. But I'm going to keep it as Western Refining. And we'll come on back here, and you can see there's a lot of stuff going on there. And then finally on this side here, we have Fertilizona. And they also get tankers and hoppers. They do fertilizer is what they do. And actually, it's not even in the right place. Okay, so now we're going to take train. No, let's do it a different way. Alright, so now we'll move up one level. At this point right here, we start another 2% grade. And I'll show you where it goes in a minute. This right here is a very important part of my railroad. It is called the California-Arizona line, and it meets at Matthew, Arizona. And they have a Y there. But as far as what I know right now is they don't use this Y, this leg of the Y anymore. They just use the one that goes there. Now, they do exchanges with BNSF every day of the week. And so, if it goes in the direction I'm pointing the camera in, it would be heading out towards California. But as you can see, I do have a Genesee and Wyoming locomotive, which owns Arizona-California Railroad, and the Genesee and Wyoming is now owned by someone else also. So we'll come back around here, and we'll follow this track up. And as you can see, this is Little Hell's Canyon. Little Hell Canyon, I should say. I built this bridge. All the truss work down there is all done by me. And believe it or not, it does go from desert to pine. And I do have a bunch more pine I need to put up there. And speaking of foreign power, look at that UP sitting up there all by itself. This is Big Hell Canyon. It's not called Big Hell Canyon, it's just called Hell Canyon. Alright, so as we mosey on down the road here, we come to Drake Cement Plant. Now this is a major undertaking for me. I stopped working on this about 1.5 years ago, and I need to get back on it, but there's a lot of scratch building going on in this place right here. Every one of those towers, every silo, every elevator is all done by me. Kit bashing going back there with those blue deals, those HO. Anyhow, still got to do a lot of stuff on that. Alright, so as we continue around, we come around here, and now right here, in this area, it goes up another 0.5%. And the reason why it goes up another 0.5% is because I need to reach summit right there. So now we will continue on here, and it will go behind the pine trees, but now we're up on the 3rd level, or 2.5 level. And we come to a town called Ash Fork. Now Ash Fork is just before, about 15 miles before the BNSF Transcon. So it would go from here, it would go to Williams, and then in Williams it has the junction that would put it onto the Transcon. Anyhow, that's room number 1. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off, and we will go into room number 2. And we access room number 2 right there and right there. Alright, stay tuned and we'll be back shortly. Alright guys, before we go out into the other room, I'd like to bring out a point that this is it could be a continuous run layout. If you take that back track right there and follow it around, and this track will be rearranged here when I get done in the other room. But anyhow, where those KCS hoppers are, right there, you continue that around, all the way down there, around the back side, and then we come out here. Now I'm showing you this because I'm going to tell you in the next video where the other end of this is. But anyhow, if we continue on, we will go back out that way. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the other room. Alright guys, one more thing before we go out to training room number 2. I'd like to show you the equipment I'm using to run this layout. Anyhow, we'll start off up there where the PR3, which is the interface between the computer and the layout, and it's run by JMRI. And I have not had luck with JMRI. It has not worked for me in about 2.5 years, and I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with that. I did buy and upgraded one of those, the PR4, and I'm going to install it and see how it works. Anyhow, as we move further down, there's the brains of the system right there. There's a Digitrax DTC100 Super Chief system. It's a 5 amp system and it works very well. I don't have any other boosters on this layout. This one little thing has been running the layout fairly good for the past 6 years. Anyhow, move down here, and I have on this side is DT500, which I just upgraded from Yankee Dabbler. The DT400 is what came with the system when I first bought it. Also, I got a bunch of these universal throttles, and you can see they have numbers on the box on the back, so they are pretty much designated to specific locomotives. I have about 7 of those in there, and they all are designated locomotives. I could change them if I want, but yes, I bought so many of these throttles because I had the Santan model group come over for a run session, and those throttles came in handy. Anyhow, I guess now we can move on to the other room. Stay tuned and we'll be back shortly. Alright guys, let's head on over to room number 2. And it's just out. And we turn around this wall right here and we go down. Now this aisleway is not very big, so a lot of people have problems with that. Anyhow, we will come out from Phoenix proper area out of here, and this is still Phoenix. This is a prototypical lumber facility. It's called Hutig Building Supplies. And underneath this right here, which it shouldn't even be here, but like I told you guys at the very beginning, this whole layout is a total mess right now, so you have to bear with me. Anyhow, I'm not exactly sure where the city limits borderlines are, so I'm saying that this here is still Phoenix. And as we come around here, we have my intermodal small facility and auto rack small facility. Now this yard right here is called the overflow yard, and it's for the industries that are going to be here in this area for me to switch out. So we have right here SFP Plastics, and then we have SAS, Sestito Auto Salvage, and then we got the town of Glendale right there, and I'll go around the other side to show you that. But anyhow, we have a little gas station that's scratch built by me. These are kits that I bought. This is a kit, this is a kit, that's a kit. Scratch build, scratch build, scratch build, scratch build. Those are my two Atlas locomotives that do the switching in this area. Alright guys, as I said earlier, I'm going to walk around to the other side of this area. And as you can see, there is my rendition of the town of Glendale. Oh, look at that. We got Vinny Bit Productions office right there. How cool is that? And we got a little substation right there. And then we have Big D's flooring here. Modular systems here. Lex Jet Industries right here. And Sun Electronics there. This is a very, very fun place to do run sessions, off sessions. We do have one opposing industry back there, and that is the SFP Plastics. In order to do this area, you need to unload the Big D's first, and then come and get the hoppers that would be in the plastics place. All my graphics are highways and byways. Come around another post here. And I still need to finish off this section right here on this side of the track. But anyhow, the yard is accessible from both ends. That's the cornerstone water tower right there. And this is the view from the other end of the layout. Alright, let's continue on with the rest of the video. Let me go around the other side. So our train is going in this direction right now. And when he gets around the other side, which we will walk around to right now, it doesn't matter which track he's coming in on, whether it be this one or this one. If the turnouts are set right, this will give me my continuous run. So let's say he's coming in on this track, and he comes here. And instead of taking this turnout to go up the helix, he will go around the helix and will come out right there. And now he will be on the other track heading back towards Phoenix. And I have the same deal in the other room where he can go around and come back out. So I could have a continuous run on here. But anyhow, if he takes the helix, it's 6.5 loops, 2% grade, 20-inch radius. And this would be the top right here. And we come across, and one of these days I need to fix this area right here. It's like really close. I have to see if I could extend it out a bit. That's the Agua Fria Bridge. Now, from this bridge to the next bridge I'm going to show you is probably about 20 miles. And you can see it's all squished down into this 8-foot section. So we come over there. This is going to be the future home of my ethanol plant. And the tracks are in the background back there. And I consider this place also to be a place called Castle Hot Springs. And if you guys remember, I told you about the Arizona-California Railroad in the other room. Well, they do the exchange with the BNSF Railroad right here at Castle Hot Springs. And that happens right there. The tracks are right there for the switching and all of that. And like I said, from that first bridge to this bridge is about 20 miles. This is the town of Morristown, and it has a Shell station, has a Burger King, has a McDonald's. This is the Hassayampa River. And now we are entering into Wickenburg. And again, from that second bridge to Wickenburg is about another 10 miles. Wickenburg Bridge, I built that bridge also. Wickenburg Firehouse is where Joe G works. And if you guys remember, I did that power plant. That's it back there in the corner. I still need to finish that. Anyhow, now we're going to enter into Wickenburg. Hey, all right. And as you can see, I'm making pretty good progress in there. And we'll follow this back down, and then it just continues on to the previous where I told you guys earlier. Well, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video. And as always, your question, comment, input, subs, shares, and likes are always welcome. For now, that's all, folks. BMSF 6951 and the Cuz out for now.